Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast for a brand new episode this week where it's the preview of the Europa League final. Rangers v Eintracht Frankfurt in Seville. We've seen obviously Rangers fans in our numbers start to travel off to Seville. The players travelling off the day as well to make it seem it's actually happening now. We're not just living in some mad dream. We're actually playing the Europa League final in 2 days. So we're here to give our thoughts, opinions, feelings, everything about the game. Talk about Eintracht Frankfurt as well, and I see if it's going to be an evenly matched game or if it swings one way or the other. But as always, if you'd like, subscribe, share about for us, very much appreciated. Before we go into Europa League final, though, and we talk about all the good stuff that's going to be happening Wednesday, we need to talk about Hearts' last game of the season, of course. Last Wednesday as well, Ross County sort of gave us the opportunity to play our first team, get 60, 70 minutes into a lot of players' legs, ahead of obviously the game the week later. And then Hearts was just full rotation. I didn't actually expect it to be as rotated as it was. But, I mean, you had McLaughlin, Devine coming in for the start, which was nice to see. Lowry starting again. Diallo in for the start. Cedric Itten, a forgotten man, up top as well. So a very rotated side with a lot of youth on the bench as well that were given their opportunity later on in the game. And it was just sort of one of them that's been for the Dundee United game. Nice rotation. Nice to see some new faces on the pitch, see what they've got to offer. Get the victory as well, which was a big thing. Hearts put out a full-strength team. Obviously, that'll be their last game because they want to get minutes into their players' legs and ended up with a couple of injuries and get beat off our B team. So in terms of the Scottish Cup final, I don't know how that one will go. We could play anybody at this point, but no, it was nice to see in the season we a victory. Obviously, we came up short in the league, but ending on a high was the main thing.
Definitely, it was the main thing. It was nice to see, as you say, a young man, steal a show in Lowry, and it was nice to see some young lads come on and get a chance. Kind of remember the boy's name that scored the third one, but what a yelled to a goal, a great play, building up to it. Cedric got a start, which was probably his farewell, if we're all being honest. And at least to get a goal. But it was nice to see just over the 2 games some rotation in there. I was happy to see Diablo come in, and now everyone's saying what you've been saying the whole time, Jack. And I do hope we do get to see him in a Rangers shirt next season as well. It'd be nice for a loan like that to continue. Ramsey as well. I thought Ramsey was fantastic at Hearts as well. Some of the balls he was playing was sensational. Dave will get the captain's armband, which nearly brought a tear to my eye. Just a beautiful thing to see. And John McLaughlin in the goals, making some big saves. For me, who has to start, I know McGregor will play the final, but I'd like to see McLaughlin maybe play the Scottish Cup final, personally. But overall, I was impressed with what I've seen. No. And there's a lot of confidence in the youth going forward, and I like that. The boy that we brought in for Ajax and Rory McIver, but took him back with the third goal. I seen them being like, didn't expect that. So overall, mate, I was happy with the 2 results, and away we go to sunny Spain. I'm loving it.
We go off on a high, as you say. Good to see, especially Tony Weston, one of the top scorers in the B team this year. Cole McKinnon, who you're thinking gets the 3rd goal as well, looking very impressive, scoring in his debut for the first team, had a very impressive campaign for the B team as well. McCausland with the assist as well, so it was like everybody had their part to play. And again, it's not as if it was just like a weakened Hearts team or anything, it was like a full strength Hearts team that have been fantastic this year, and we've played our boys against them and we get a very good victory. So it was more pleasing, I think, with that at the end of the day as well, with beating them and the B team sort of having their day as well. But as you say, Cedric Itten gets his probably farewell goal. Took it well, nice header. And then Alex Lowry will obviously steal the headlines again with a massive, just a fantastic goal. Just the technique he shows to be able to sort it in like that. Past Craig Gordon as well is fantastic. Obviously gets you 2-1 up, and then the 3rd one as well for McKinnon. Great work. He starts it all, and then great finish. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it all.
Who was it that played the ball to Lowry? Was it Ramsey? No,
I think Devine started it off with right back. And then it might have been Ramsey actually that he maybe played it.
I just thought it was a beautiful way to pass. the quality to do that, and you say probably put it past most people's keeper of the season. Craig Gordon was just sensational, and I can't wait to watch more of that young lad in the Rangers shirt. But I know I was, as I say, even the right back as well, as you say, very impressed with him. Do have a problem with Andy Little getting the lad at the right back, the man of the match. I thought Lowry back-to-back games was ripping it up. But no, overall, man, just really happy, really impressed, and it gets us finishing the season in a positive light for the future. And as you say, beating a full strength Hearts team with the academy lads is all right. I like that they did have the experience in there, as you say, with Scott Arfield, Davo, Balogun as well. So it was good, mate. I was happy with that. But we're packed, we're all ready to go. Let's go. I think that's what everyone was thinking as soon as that full time whistle went. So off we go.
Aye, this is it. Off we go. The Europa League final now, obviously on Wednesday, Seville. Still, I can't actually believe we're here. We've got the opportunity to go and win the Europa League in 2 days. We'll play in obviously the biggest, probably maybe a lot of people's lives supporting Rangers. Like, this is absolutely massive in terms of not only winning the European Cup again, but for both sides, Frankfurt, they'll be looking to win this as well. They weren't really shoes in to get here. They've worked hard and they've got here, and they're not just here to make up the numbers. They're here on merit because they've been great in the competition this year as well as us. They're obviously, I think they finished about 11th or 10th in the league, so underperformed in the league for where they were last season. Finished 5th last season, so obviously that guaranteed them the Europa League for last year. But then Oliver Glasner's came in. This is his first season, similar to Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and he's got them to a European final. So in terms of league action for both sides, it's kind of been sort of hit and miss. Probably we've been obviously the better in the league, just missing out on the title, obviously, but they've had quite a poor season. They've not won in the league for quite some time as well. So it's probably not the best to look at that. The league form, obviously, they seem to be a different animal in Europe. Probably similar again to us. Like we sort of play the best football in Europe, and we use that, the crowds and that, to our advantage. So two sides that love the European occasion playing in the final. Two massively supported sides as well. Frankfurt will obviously bring a lot of fans in their numbers as well. So it's good to see two proper sides going at it for the European trophy again. And also the financial benefits that will come with this as well. Like, we're already sitting with a pretty big prize pool at the moment with the money that we've earned. And if we win this again, we could go into obviously the Super Cup, playing at Liverpool or Real Madrid to win another trophy, and then the money that will come with being in that again, and then obviously the winners and getting into the Champions League and all that. So for both sides that are out of Champions League qualification for now with their league season, winning this is literally huge for both teams. It's absolutely massive in terms of everything that's going to come with it. And it's shaping up to be a really, really good final, even for a neutral fan that might be watching this, maybe enjoyed both journeys of two sides this season. I see a lot of fans, Rangers, sort of neutral fans that are taking on and supporting us through the final. So I love to see that as well. Cheers for supporting us through the journey. But it's going to be an absolutely mammoth game. I don't even really know how to describe it. It's just going to, when that ball kicks off, I still don't think it will really feel real.
No, it won't feel. It didn't feel real, mate. Until this morning, obviously, when the programme came through the door, I had to get myself on Jacko history. One of them that you're going to pass down to your kids. Hopefully, they'll pass it to their grandkids. It's just massive, mate. As you say, I do feel like both teams have a similar journey in terms of nobody expected any of the two teams to do anything probably in Europe this season. Probably just thought they'd make up the numbers. But then they started having big wins. And then I think both teams realised, there's a chance for us to do something here. I think obviously Dortmund, when I look through that and I'm reading through, you can tell the manager and the players started really believing with the Dortmund game the same we probably did. I mean, Frankfurt beating Barcelona at the Nou Camp, that's massive. It seems like we're sort of two teams who've had a similar journey in Europe this season. Really, both, as I say, nobody expected anything phase, and we're both here in the final. As you say, they'll turn up in their numbers with their fan base, and we're going to be. I mean, I think if these go, really, to be fair. But no, it's going to be a good occasion. You say if you're a neutral fan, you're going to enjoy it. For me, I am going to be a bag of nerves, to be honest with you. I think most of the time I might be hiding behind the couch, mate, to be fair. And I'm so excited for it. At the same time, I'm bricking it. I'm expecting tears. Well, either way, tears of just being proud of the team for getting there, and tears if we win it. And probably tears as well, Jack, because I know Scott Wright is starting a European final for Rangers. That's something that
that's
I'm
something
thinking about.
else,
But I
isn't
tell you what, if the boy goes out there and scores a hat trick, if he goes out there and scores a hat trick, or he does whatever he needs to do, I'm a Scott Wright fan for life. I'll tell you that much. But I mean, it's just going to be a really, as we say, emotional occasion with the great Rangers we've lost and leading up to this, and then obviously the history as well. We were talking about it before coming on, 50 years since last time, what have you? So it's crazy, mate. It just I see what you were saying as well before we came on. It kind of feels like one of the things where, is this meant to happen? I'm not saying anything because Jesus, I really want to win this competition now, and we've got so far in it. As I said, that's what I love about doing the podcast. We use it every week. It's reactionary, and at one point we were like, we don't even want to be in this. Just win the league. That's all we want. And then, as you say, mate, when you start seeing the results and what have you, and you get to go to the games, as I say, mate, it's no, let's go and do this now. Let's get the party fever on and watch the best on earth, and Johnny Lundstrom put the ball in the net and get us to a final. So I'm chomping at a bit to win this. I'll be fair. I'll be honest with you. And as I say, I'm not going to disrespect Frankfurt. I do think they're another great opposition. They've got some fantastic footballers in their team. Forward that used to be at Atletico, it was linked with us. I really rate that boy. Goalkeeper used to be at Paris Saint-Germain as well. And they have Angry for Monaco as well. There's me showing football knowledge, Jack. But I tell you something, they won't have Greg Stewart backing them in the corner, because I expect Greggy to be at that game, cheering his heart out like he did with 55. So honestly, that's the winning factor for us, I'm saying.
Yeah, well, exactly. You have to have that guy in your corner. If you've got one of the Europe's best, he has to be there. Obviously, you're touching on a few Frankfurt players there. Obviously, they have quality on their side as well. But maybe the big question is, how do we approach this game? Because we've approached games in Europe under Gio very differently at times, where we've been away and we've sort of soaked up a lot of pressure and hitting the counter attack and got some joy for it. We've sort of sat back completely and just waited out and try to get a victory. Obviously, but now it's a one-off game. We've not got the luxury of going back to an Ibrox or playing at an Ibrox or anything. It's like neutral for both teams.
All or nothing.
You have to go. You have to go straight in for me. For the first whistle. See how we do start at Ibrox. I want a similar sort of situation where we just go for it straight for the first whistle and don't sort of give them the ball and give them the possession to maybe create chances and let them build in confidence, because looking at them, the defence is a bit leaky, especially with possibly two either main starting centre halves, and Dika and Hinteregger missing out, which would be beneficial to us if that is to happen. They're very defensively sort of they struggle in that part of the field, but what they do well is break up the pitch well, and they can definitely hurt you with the attacking players that they do have. As you say, Boré, Colombian striker, obviously scores the winner against West Ham a couple of weeks ago. Kamada, who's on 5 goals this season in the Europa League. And yeah, you've got Hoga as well. I remember watching Hoga when he was at AC Milan last year, when they were playing Celtic actually in the Europa League, and again another player that really impressed me. Norwegian winger, and Ansgar North as well, youngster for Borussia Dortmund, scored an absolute screamer against Barcelona, then also get the opening goal in London Stadium against West Ham as well. So they've got goals all over. Their main man Kostic as well at the left mid role, top assister in the competition as well. So they've definitely got a lot of players that can hurt us. But again, we've got strong players as well, and it's all about how we sort of start the game. Finals are really unpredictable. You can't really see what's going to happen. Like, obviously, sometimes your game plan might not just work the way it's supposed to in a one-off game. But I think, especially with Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's sort of success as a player, like he's played in Champions League finals, World Cup finals, he was a captain of the teams. Like, he's going to have the knowledge, and he's going to be the guy I want anyway, leading the team out. with all the sort of situations he's had with the heartbreak of a World Cup final and all of that. Like that's going to be drilled into the players, I would like to think. Aaron Ramsey, possibly another big character to have in there. He's obviously missed out against Chelsea a couple of years ago, but was obviously in and around that run where they made it. So,
also Stevie Davis as well. Let's know him with, and my boy Al McGregor as well. Do you know what I mean? They're there for it as well. I'm telling you right now, they've got the experience. Obviously, McGregor didn't get to play, but Davis and what have you. I expect Conor Goldson still. Do you know what I mean? Like he'll want this. He'll want this because he knows this is his second last game for the club. But just as we said, we're touching on it's all or nothing, and that's what Tavernier says in his interview in the programme is just have to go for it. It's a one-off game. We have to just give everything if we've got, and if we can leave that field knowing we gave everything and we can be proud of ourselves, I think that's all that really matters. And for me, it does. I'm so proud that this team has made it to a Europa League final. As I said, we weren't even concerned after getting knocked out Champions League. It was like, I'll just win the league. But no, now we can really go and make history. I just can't, honestly, in my head, constant. I'm just visualization, Jack. I'm trying to visualise Tav lifting the bat. That's all I can see. I see Scott Wright trying to nick it off him and try and lift it, and I'm like, no, you get to Tav. No, but no, I'm just I know that they're going to be a quality side and they're going to be the same. But as you say, I think that's where we've got that wee slight advantage is someone like Gio who's been there and done it all, and he'll definitely get across to the players. Do not allow to get to you. Remember, we're still playing a game. After it, do you want listen, run on the part with a wee bit of bubbly. There's no problem with that, but I'm just, man. How are we here, mate? How are we a Europa League finalist team? I can't believe that.
It's honestly, although we are saying this as fans that have obviously watched sort of everything happen over the past however long since we've remembered it, like for 2008, as I said last week when I was talking about that, like remembering everything that's happened since. Obviously last season winning the league and sort of feeling that you have, like, right, this is a proper Rangers team we've got sort of back in, and now in a year later you're in the Europa League final with the opportunity not only for these players to become like legends, like absolutely like icons of the club. Like you think about if they go out to Seville and they win this trophy, like this team, everybody in that squad will be remembered forever. Like, and I heard Tavernier talk about that as well in his interview. That's what you want at a club like Rangers, to be sort of remembered for history.
That's crazy because, as I say, mate, you know what I mean? You look at people like your dad who got to see like Paul Gascoigne, the Loudrups and all. Like, to me, that's like king made, you know what I mean? And then to be known, if you know what I mean, obviously when we get older, like people will come up to you and be like, oh, here, what was a near player like in his day and all that, like 1 year old play. Like, that's all that kind of stuff's mental to me. I don't want to get ahead of myself in that, but no, if they do win it, they definitely will have a special place. I will have the hankies nearby. I feel the emotion already. I'll be like Ric Flair in his fake retirement match against Shawn Michaels. I'll be crying. Obviously, big man's coming back. 37, came back out of retirement. Crazy stuff. Got to love it. But anyway, let's get on to Rangers. I can't believe we're here. And as I say, Gio's got to be the man. I think we also, as we say, everyone will be talking about it. We've got to have that confidence. As I say, we've already beaten two of the top teams in the Bundesliga already. And for me, with the Dortmund game, we smacked them. And we smacked Leipzig at home, and we gave a good account of ourselves as well. So for me, there's no fear of other German opposition. Whatever, they're quality side, but when you do look at them in the league, they do seem to be having a sort of up and down. Do you know what I mean? Either win one, draw one, lose one. So it is all about that. But in these kind of finals, mate, it's all about luck and it's all about taking your opportunity, your chances when they come to him. Joe Aribo, get a chance like that again, son. Please do not turn into my dog. It has to go in the net. It has to go in the net. Please, I'm begging you, Joe. No, but it's crazy to think about that we're a Europa League finalist team. And I'm more concerned now about the commentary. I'm more concerned about who's going to be commenting. They better not just kick all the Scottish boys off this now and just turn around and give us the same old, you know what I mean, crappy. I don't want Owen Hargreaves commentating on this. Give me Kenny Miller. Give me Alex Ray. Give me, even though I don't want him commentating on European games, give me that little Irishman in my ear talking about Rangers. Just give me that, because that's Scottish football. I don't need your pollution of the Premier League in this, man. I'm sorry. Another thing I'm going to touch on and all, mate, is the whole thing with getting the ex-players to turn and tell the fans, oh, they're ambassadors for the club and all that. Everyone's going to go out there, they're going to have a nice time. I really doubt most Rangers fans are going over there to cause trouble. Do you know what I mean? Most fans are going out there just to celebrate their team rating a European final and enjoy it with their family and their friends. But as you know what it's like when you're drinking, mate, you don't even know what you're, do you know what I mean? Half the time you don't even know what you're doing. So I doubt anything like that would probably happen. I hope nothing like that hangs, but as I say, nobody's going out there potentially to cause violence or what have you. Do you know what I mean? You're going out there to enjoy the weather. I mean, it's pouring down here today. Everyone's in Spain having a good time and having a party. So I doubt anyone hangs. That stuff like
I think it's just
when you said it's that one as soon as I thought,
it's down to just like how the media will portray anything to do with Rangers kind of way. Like obviously in Manchester it was bad for what I can remember and seeing with stuff that was happening after the game. But I mean, as a whole, it was a good experience for Rangers fans to be at before obviously the result in that. So I can understand why Rangers are doing it, but then like why is that the main focus? Like why are we putting out ex-players saying, remember
that's what's the frustrating thing. It just annoys me, like as I said, when you sent us one of Graham Souness, I thought, this is Souness probably talking about us getting there, maybe, and then it's all that, and I'm like, I don't want to hear that for him. I want him to be talking about the team and how he's enjoyed watching the run. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't get to see people like Graham Souness talk about Rangers that much, because he obviously is doing the Premier League commitments and what have you. But overall, mate, I think everyone's just going out there to enjoy themselves and just hope everyone stays safe and comes home safely, mate. And hopefully with something in the bag, lots of money.
Hopefully, this is now it. Obviously, as you see, people jetting off to go to Seville and make their plans and all of that. Like Wednesday is fast approaching. Probably on the day of Wednesday, waiting for 8 o'clock will be the longest wait ever for that game to kick off. But as you say, we're here. We're going to enjoy it, and Jota will enjoy it as well. Seeing he was on the plane supporting us, so good on you, Jota. I seen you get the Union Bear sticker on as well. So although you just won the league with Celtic, it's nice to see you'll be buying a My Jails membership next season. So well in.
Always been a fan of George Michael.
Looking at the teams, then obviously there's been sort of a few missing for us due to injury. Ryan Jack, Kemar Roof, but I'm going to stick my neck out in the line. I think they'll make it, and I think Ryan Jack will actually start the game. Roof will be a nice bit of firepower to bring on off the bench. I think if he's going to be fit, I hope so. Just give him an injection, do anything, just play him. But my team is going to be McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassey, Barisic, Lundstrom, Jack in there. It was a hard decision between Kamara and Ramsey. Kamara obviously has played phenomenal against RB Leipzig, and he's played really well, maybe in that sort of advanced role, and he gives us that extra bit of protection when they come back. So he can do both ways, sort of box to box. Ramsey just has that, as you've seen, and we were talking about against Hearts, that quality to just get a perfect pass into somebody forward. So it was a really tough decision, but I've went with Kamara. For the start. Scott Wright, Kent, Aribo. That's actually going to be the front three. Scott Wright, I'll be fair to him, right? Although we're not big fans of him, I can appreciate somebody knuckling down and playing for the badge after a large spell out of just basically in the distance where he was never even looked at. So for him coming in, it's such an important part of the season, putting in performances, massive, doing all right, and obviously being committed to the cause. I've got all the time in the world for that. The only problem I have with Scott Wright is just his quality to produce in games like this. I know he's got the pace, and I know that's why probably Gio will play him. He's got the sort of pace and directness. I just need his final ball to be the best it's ever been. I need anytime he wants to take a shot, I need it to be pinpoint perfect, like the one against Motherwell. If this is any time for Scott Wright to really show what he's made of, it's going to be this game. So yeah, I think he'll start. I've got no problem with him starting. I just hope the quality is going to be there. Ryan Kent is going to be vital, though. Ryan Kent on that left-hand side, maybe working into a front two with either Aribo or Wright as well is going to be huge. He's going to hopefully cause a lot of problems to their young fullback North down that right hand side, and a depleted defence by the looks of it so far for Frankfurt. So I think Kent, he's played really well against the German opposition so far. Let's hope it's a third time when he can do well in the final. Joe Aribo is going to be leading the line, I think, as well. So he done really well against was it Ross County? He started up front last week. He started against Ross County, and then obviously Leipzig as well before he went off with the head knock and stuff. I thought holding up the ball, fantastic. Winning balls in the air. He's a target man. He's got a big physical stature about him, so he's winning balls and he's moving on to again the speedy Wright and Kent to hopefully to go and sort of get by them and push ourselves up. So I think him leading the line, he's obviously got the ability to score goals. Hopefully, again for him, it's going to be pinpoint accuracy for this game. Yeah, but I think with such a situation that we looked at when Morelos get confirmed to be out for the rest of the season, I think all of us were sort of looking at it like this is done, innit? We're going to end up empty-handed this season, but in actuality, we've got a manager who believes in the full squad and will try stuff out and he'll make stuff happen, even if we've got nobody. We're playing a centre midfielder up front and he's doing a fine job at that. So we've got that as well. Massive prize package though. Maybe even he start the game or come off the bench is Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo's played himself. He's played himself into the plans of Van Bronckhorst. He's got himself two goals under his belt. And I just feel, especially with that right-hand side, I don't know Scott Wright's maybe going to last the full game.
You get 5 minutes.
But Diallo for me possibly could 5 minutes for me, a secret weapon.
See Scott Wright. Honestly, see with that Leipzig home game, the oozing the eyes for where I was. I'm telling you, with that boy, where he was mucking it up a couple of times, but obviously the best pass he ever made in his life to Glenn Kamara. But no, listen, just to echo what you say, I can appreciate he's playing for the club, he's playing for the head down. He's lucky to even be playing the final with that reckless tackle at home to Ross County. That was the death was a red. For me, I think Diablo's, he offers just quite a lot more. For me, obviously, Scott Wright with the pace, we both do, but just the directness with the passing, mate, that's what I really like. In terms of the middle pack, I could see Jack probably playing, but I think Ramsey might start, mate. I'm going to be honest with you, I think Ramsey might be starting this game. I could see that. I agree with everything that you've said in terms of the team. I do think that'll be the front and the back, but in the middle, Lundstrom, Kamara and Ramsey is what I'm probably going for. Or even if they wanted to do it as a sale of the time, I'm going to bring it back. If they need a forward, the Ballon d'Or candidate for this year, Greggy Stewart, get him playing. No, but on a serious note, Joe Aribo, please, I can understand the last one, because the thing is, even though I do think myself still, how do you not put that in the net? But honestly, that's like me throwing the ball to the dog. Do you know what I mean? And he misses it. He's a puppy. All right, when he gets older, he'll get there. But I know it's a new position, but listen, it's me and you see all the time. Joe Aribo could play anywhere in the park. I think Joe Aribo could probably do a better job than McGregor in goals this season. I'm not even joking. I honestly put him in the net, he'll do it. He's a warrior. I love Joe Aribo. I love all of them. But I just wish we had that confidence that we have with Akeem Arda and Alfie starting for us, because if we know we've got that back all the way up top, we know we can just go for it and we can get it. I do believe we will go for it, and we'll see what happens. I mean, if we have to, I would have just probably given Bayern Munich or Man City a call and asked them for all the supplements they give their players, and Morelos would have been able to be playing in this game if we're all fair. I'm hoping Kemal makes it though. That to me would be massive. If Kemal can make it, you make it through. But depending on what's happening at half time, maybe bring him on and rotate about. But no, listen, to a man, I just hope they go out there, play for the shirt for however long the game goes on. They've made us proud anyway, getting to the final. So why not make us even more proud and bringing the damn thing home? Just what I'd give to see Tavernier lift that trophy. Honestly,
I'm literally getting see, even just talking about the possibility of winning it, I've got goosebumps down my spine even thinking about the possibility that's even happening. So just to see anybody win us the Europa League, no matter who it is, no matter if it's Scott Arfield, all people, Scott Arfield, the guy that I have criticised a lot. If it's him, I don't care. If it's fucking Jack Simpson that subs himself on and scores, I don't care. As long as this trophy is with us, I'm happy with anything. And as you're looking at the team and looking at the management and all that, we've got a real strong chance. In 2008, when we were there the last time, it was sort of playing a game every 2 days, and the league weren't helping us out, and we were still fighting on all four fronts, I think, at that point as well. So it was tough for the players to even have any energy left for the final, and then we were just we came up short. But this time we've actually performed well, and we've got a real proper chance at beating Frankfurt. I think they'll line up with a sort of 3-5-2-1 that they play with their wing backs. Trapp in goal, obviously a very good goalkeeper, German goalkeeper. He's been in the national team and that, so decent in net. Toure, Tuta. I went for Hasebe, sort of veteran Japanese centre half for Frankfurt, but I think if Ndika makes it, Ndika starts, but it could be Lens as well if they wanted to do that. North and Kostic, Roda, their captain, and so Hoga, Kamada, and Rafael Borre up front. So again, a very, very strong team, very good numbers. We're obviously missing, again, let me get it right, Lindstrom, not Lundstrom. For that, so strong team. They'll play their way. I don't think they'll change much about the way they approach. It's just all about maybe second balls and winning the ball up high for us. I think it's going to be kind of key here.
I just need to get this out. I'm just manifesting it. Scott Wright scores the winner. I'll get him tattooed on my leg. I just had to say it. I'm just saying it.
It's on camera now.
It's on cam. I'll get Scott Wright tattooed on my leg if he wins a game. To be honest with you, but no, listen, you've named the team there. There's some quality players in there, similar to us. As I said, nobody expected them to get here, but it's just saying if they're vulnerable at the back, Ryan Kent, my boy, please, got all them tattoos. I'll get all the tattoos in I'll get the full team tattooed. Scott Wright, Kent, if we just go out there and win it, man, I just want to win this cup now. But no, as I say, that forward's the one who wanted watching. My boy Calvin Bassey will be on his game. I seen he's getting the fresh trim. He's all looking good because he knows he's going to be on TV. Everyone's watching. He's got to do it. You know what I mean? I'm liking that. Connor Goldson as well. I just know this guy. Second last game, I know that he will. As I said, but he said in the last game as well. Don't care who they are, what they've done. They've never hung me here. So, Alan McGregor. Please, I need Alan McGregor for the last couple of seasons, even some of this season as well. The amount of times that man has actually helped us in these competitions, kept us alive in these kind of European games is remarkable. Please don't be out partying with the fans. Don't be doing anything. I know he won't be doing anything silly like that. You know what I mean? Afterwards, do what you want. Do what you want, McGregor. You deserve it. You've been one of the best keepers I've seen him in my lifetime. Do you know what I mean? When they asked me who's the best goalkeeper, it's been Michael Black for me. But no. Just, I mean, for him, he missed the last one. He playing this one. It's got to be extra more special for him. So I just really hope we can do it, man. To see somebody like him and Devo with that trophy, getting emotional thinking about it, man. That would be everything, man. And Alfie getting on the park, probably running away with it. That would be mental, I know. I know he's not in the crutches anymore. Teasing my heart like that, Morelos, what are you doing?
No.
Back training. What's the whole thing with Haji? What's this an amateur? What's he doing? He's a documentary series him coming back. What is this?
See, obviously the thing with Haji is he's got all the sponsorships in the world. Pepsi, fucking Lay's, whatever. He's got all the sponsorships going for him, right? So I think maybe it is down to him, or maybe he's somebody's reached out to him and wanted to sort of document his recovery. But it was nice to actually watch that yesterday and sort of see, because looking at it back again, it was a really tough tackle he took. Like that was a really tough injury, and then for all the surgeries and all that he had to go through, and everything he had to get done to his leg and to get back in rehab and all that, and it looks like he's maybe in with a chance of just making pre-season and stuff and being back ready next season. It's going to be a massive boost. I'm a huge fan of Haji, and I think especially for this sort of running where we've been sort of lacking players, I would have loved him to be in and around there. Like all we've ever talked about over the past sort of year and a half is Haji in different positions. Could you imagine Haji playing where Scott Wright's been playing, like, sort of up front and just behind the striker and stuff like that. I would have loved to have been able to see that. But when you say he has sort of documentary stuff going on, it's nice to see behind the scenes, seeing how it's affecting him as well, because it obviously wouldn't be nice to be out for that long, and the team's done so well in Europe. So it's nice to see. Obviously, he's going to still be a party and travel and that. So I enjoyed that for Haji, and he's doing his wee documentary series.
No, he's got that sponsorship money, mate. So he's got to he's racking in. How do you know give the club some of the money to buy the players? He personally could fund signing a big player, probably. Come on, all that money he's making. I would have, as I say, he'd have been massive in a game like this. Just what he could have done. As I say, Gio's a key for me. So still think on it. I just think about the experience playing at the top level. It doesn't get any better than that. And just as I say, tactically, I trust the man in Europe. I trust him so much. I would go as far as saying I love him, Jack. Can I just say that?
We all do.
I would go as far as I say I'd love him. No. But just Johnny Boy Lundstrom. I can't. I'm just getting that song stuck in my head again. I can't wait.
No, that song will be sung definitely in its numbers. A guy that could become even further an icon at the club if he turns up with something big on Wednesday. So
I seen a picture on Twitter the other day, him and Walter when he was in the academy, and somebody was just saying, "It's crazy that Walter had no idea that the boy he was sitting next to would score the goal that gets Rangers into a European fight." That's just like
it's
that's mental.
Stuff, I know.
Like, what? How is that even crazy?
But as you say, we'll need to round off for obviously talking about it. It's just unbelievable to be involved in an occasion that's just gets so much sort of worldwide traction. Like, you see the Europa League Instagram now, and they're posting about Rangers and stuff. Like, you're seeing massive fans and all that, like, sort of like voices, like talking about it and that. Like, it's just surreal to be back involved. Especially obviously for 2008, everything's sort of developed in a way that's we're now online all the time, and seeing the content and all that's put out has been great. The photo shoots and all that we saw last week and stuff like that. So it feels real with the players boarding that plane and going onto the plane. Roof's wee video I seen, he was sneakily sort of trying to say, what's happening here, but it's starting to feel a lot real. I'm going to be watching the highlights for the games back for the journey up until Wednesday again. And I don't even know how to prepare myself for even watching the game. Every time it comes to a big game, if somebody says, "Oh, are you looking forward to the game?" I'm like, I don't even want to watch it. Well, that's how nervous I am. I don't even want to watch a game. And that might be a weird thing for anybody to hear. "Oh, you don't want to watch the biggest game ever," but I don't think my heart rate could even take this. No matter what way this game goes, I don't know how I'm surviving through fucking 90 minutes of this.
Honestly, I don't know, mate. As you said, the eyes are always on this game right now, because it's a final. Everyone likes watching a Cup B final, even if it's like Partick Thistle or Inverness or something. If he's watching it for South Colombia to Indonesia, no, I'm only joking. No, just as I say, mate, there's fans for America and everything. Do you know what I mean? That's coming over and all that. I've seen that people from all parts of the world coming over to support Rangers, so it's definitely going to be a big one. I don't even know what to say now, mate. I'm just thinking about the game. I can't stop smiling inside. I can't stop crying. I'm just with a pillar, man. I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch, but I hope Bally McCoy's improved on his dancing, because by the way, if we do it, I'm hoping to see some dance moves for Ali. That's all I'm saying.
I know. It's just, we'll need to round off anyway, because we could sit here and
talk
obviously
by
all
saying,
day.
But sorry, I was going to say it last time, mate, and I'll say it just now because I can remember off the top of my head. Congratulations to the women's team. They went unbeaten, didn't they? They battered Celtic at the weekend. I seen that as well. So that's fantastic. That's always fantastic, battering that lot. So congratulations to them on winning the title, and hopefully it's many more for the women's team.
No, I hope so. The club's in such a good position for the women's team to the youth teams, even up to the first team at the moment. It's just
About the board, isn't it?
a pity about the board. That's probably the only thing that's sort of letting the club down is just the inner workings of Rangers Football Club and everybody in the sort of hierarchy. But I mean, that could fill a podcast on its own with the amount of ranting that could go in there. So, aye. We'll leave that be now. It's an upbeat podcast. We're looking forward to the game on Wednesday. So, aye, well, wherever you're listening on, hopefully you enjoy the occasion, enjoy it with everybody, family, friends, and stuff like that. If you're over in Seville, stay safe, drink plenty of beer, enjoy the sun, and support the team. But aye, it's a Europa League final, 2 days, and aye, we're there. So, as always, if you could like, subscribe, and share about for us, again, very much appreciated. And for any Frankfurt fans as well, not the best of luck, but aye. I'm looking forward to playing you in the final. We'll say that.
The best.
Aye. We're looking forward to playing you in the final. But aye, we'll see you next week with the reaction to the Europa League final and the Scottish Cup final as well. So we'll see you then.